Hey guys, good morning. Today I'm going to show you how I lock my Brompton when I absolutely have to lock it outside. I hate locking the Brompton outside. But you know, sometimes it's just necessary. I would say that for the past year I locked it outside maybe 20 times. It may seem like a lot, but compared to how many times I brought it into places, it's just nothing compared, you know? So I'm riding to campus right now so I can demonstrate on a real bike rack, and I'm almost there, so see you in a minute. So this is the bike lock that I use. I didn't buy this specifically for the Brompton. I bought it for my other bike, but I do use it with the Brompton just because it's so safe. This is a Kryptonite New York standard. It's the second highest rating for the Kryptonite locks, and it's a bit heavy. That's the only problem. So when I have the front bag, the way that I carry the lock is in one of the side pockets. I think this is the most convenient. You can also have it in there if you want. I would not recommend having this in your backpack just because it's quite heavy. So if I don't have the bag, what I do is I put the lock here through the handlebar all the way to the middle, and then it stays there. It swings a bit as you're riding, but it's nothing like that compromises your safety. It doesn't hit the stem hard because first this part here is rubberized, so there's basically no noise. All the noise that you hear is from the lock itself. And also because these cables act as some sort of a cushion against like the lock hitting the stem. So as you can see, I use a pretty decent U-lock for the Brompton, and I cannot stress enough how you should never ever trust your bikes to a cable lock. So back in 2012, I had a bike stolen that I used to lock with a cable lock. Luckily, I was able to find the bike as I walked to campus. So I called the police, they went there, they cut the lock, they gave me the bike back. And I have this picture as a souvenir. I'm holding the bike and the police officer's on my side holding the cut lock. Hey guys, this is Victor from the future. I'm editing this video right now, and I just realized that I showed you this U-lock, but I didn't tell you that there are different types of U-locks, and some of them are just as bad as cable locks. So if you're in the market for a new lock, make sure you look for the best brands such as Kryptonite and THIEVES, and inside of those brands select the best, like the highest ranked U-locks. Okay, back to the video. Alright guys, so now let me show you different ways to lock the Brompton. The most basic way that you can lock your Brompton is just passing the U-lock through this main portion of the frame and locking it on the other side. Something like this. Here you can see that you're not protecting anything else. You're not protecting your wheels, you're not protecting your saddle. So maybe we want to change that. There's a way you can actually lock your rear wheel together with the frame just using the U-lock, and that's by swinging the rear wheel forward. So as you can see now, the U-lock goes through this lower portion of the frame and the rear wheel all the way to the other side. Now you're protecting both your frame and your rear wheel, but you're still leaving out some important items and vulnerable items such as the bike saddle. For some added protections, what I do is I use this 2-foot long cable lock from THIEVES. I use this to lock my saddle. I'll show you how I do it. So here I looped one end through the saddle and the other end goes all the way to the U-lock. If you want to add some extra length here, you can lower the seat post, and that will create some slack on this cable. Of course, a bike thief could just cut this cable lock to steal your saddle, but to be honest, I don't think any bike thief would really bother cutting a lock just for a saddle. So you could add a second cable lock to lock your front wheel on the same fashion that we did with the saddle. But now I'm going to show you a way to lock both of your wheels and your saddle with just the U-lock and this small cable. And all you have to do is fold the bike. All right, so what's going on here? So now the U-lock is locking the frame. The cable runs through the rail of the saddle and through both wheels into the U-lock again on the other side. And one thing that you probably want to do in this situation, if you have a toolkit, is to remove it just because it's exposed in this setup. Well, I personally wouldn't recommend locking the bike like this just because it draws so much attention. But you know, if eventually you need to lock this in some situation, it's possible just using the U-lock and a 2-foot long cable lock. All right, guys, so if you watched this video this far, it's probably because you like this type of content. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please take a look at the other videos that I have. They're all in the same topic of using the bikes to move around the city. And if you like them, please consider subscribing, and welcome to this community. If you enjoyed this video, if you think this video brought you any value, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel to grow and a video to be recommended to others. And well, yeah, thanks. See you on the next one, and stay safe.